Tonight I've come home to find meals in my fridge. So the magical elves and fairies, aka mum and dad, have obviously been here. I'm in kind of the peak season of work, and it's 10 p.m. right now. So they know that this is the busiest time of year for me, and very, very graciously and unprompted, they have made meals. And I think I can see some of my favorites. So there's Dad's fried chicken. Oh, so good. This stuff is fried with potato starch and tapioca powder. It's what gives it its very characteristic Taiwanese crispiness. This is so good. Even just in the microwave, it's so good. But I like to do it in the air fryer to re-crisp it up. So there's a whole box in here. Like, honestly, I only do a few pieces at once. Like, I'm trying to watch my weight. But, mum and dad think I'm starving to death living on my own, even though, it's been years. And also dad's cooking. I think most of this is dad's cooking. Interestingly enough, my dad does, I think, most of the cooking now at home. This was not a thing when I was a kid. Oh, I love this. He knows I love this. This is his slow cooked beef. Now, he does the beef cheeks with Taiwanese, I don't know what's in it, to be honest. Seasonings, flavorings, tomatoes, as you can see, onions. And he does a sauce with this as well. So this is totally cheating for this week's cooking, right? Because I didn't do any of it. And it's got a soup with it. Now, he's obviously just boxed it separately, so I can control how much sauce and soup I like with this. My dad actually does do hand-pulled noodles from scratch. It is an effort. It is such an effort. And I really enjoy that. And he usually makes that for me when I go home. So, forewarning that. And I can just have my udon noodles with these. So that's the beef. So chicken, beef. These, I'm not sure these are tea eggs or soy sauce braised eggs. I think they're soy sauce braised eggs. We'll see. Just in the... Oh, I know what they are. They must be soy sauce braised eggs rather than regular tea eggs. Because this is referral. I've done this before on my channels. The Taiwanese slow braised pork. So, mum and dad do that at home. Actually, my brother usually is made to do this. It's such an exhaustive effort. And they don't have a pressure cooker because they use the giant wok. So they would have done them together. Yum. I like this with rice, obviously, and noodles. Speaking of rice, they have cooked me a whole bunch of rice. I very casually complained to one of my siblings the other day about how Coles had my preferred rice on special for 2 weeks in a row. And I went, and by the time I went there, the first day, they were already sold out. So I prefer the sun rice medium grain rice, simply because medium grain is softer and a little bit spongier, if that makes sense. It's not as dry as the long grain or jasmine rice. I prefer this because I like to make more Taiwanese and Japanese style meals. If you're not aware of history, Taiwan was colonized by the Japanese and occupied by the Japanese during World War II. So my parents and grandparents' generation pretty much grew up on Japanese-inspired Taiwanese cuisine. So that's what I grew up eating too, which is why I do cook a lot of Japanese meals on my channel. Yeah, the 5 kilo rice at Coles was on special for half price for $9.50. And to be honest, 5 kilos is a lot for me. You know, if you guys are regulars of this series, then you know that although I have rice every now and then, I genuinely only cook 2 cups at a time, like 2 of these cups at a time, and I can get 3 to 4 meals out of that. So yeah, like this bag is huge. But I don't like to buy the medium grain on full price because it's $4.50 a kilo, and that's ridiculous. So they did have it, the 2 kilo bag, for half price the week after this. I missed out on this at Coles. The 2 kilo bag was $2.25, but again, sold out. So mum and dad were like, well, we stockpile the 5 kilo ones. Do you want a full one? I was like, no. Like, this is probably, 2.5 kilos, 3 kilos, and it'll last me a while. So I will throw it into my giant rice container, of which I still have probably, I don't know, 700 grams, half a kilo maybe. The final thing is, I am blanking on the English word for this. Hamigua. Rock melon, right? This is rock melon. Yeah, see, this is the problem. I sometimes, and when I say sometimes, I regularly, I'll admit to this, I regularly forget the English words for food names because I don't think about food in English. As you can see, these are kind of the foods I grew up eating. So I have no costings this week. If I transfer mum and dad money, they'll just transfer it back. The total price, mum and dad's love. Let me make a meal out of this. I am extraordinarily grateful tonight. I was going to make a sandwich. My fridge is pretty empty. So I've got some of the Taiwanese braised pork with a couple of big chunks of carrot, the egg, which is a braised soy sauce egg. I did reheat the chicken in the air fryer for literally just 2 minutes. Bowl went into the microwave for like a minute, and I do have some bag salad, so that was already in my fridge, with some roasted sesame dressing. So that's dinner. Yum.